Good morning, I'm Debbie Caber, Torrance County Assessor. I have given all of you a copy of my report for the year. It's actually a kind of more of a combination of the fiscal year 11-12 and the beginning 12-13. I'm going to kind of highlight it, and if you have any specific questions, please do get with me at any time for any detailed conversations. That goes for our residents and the taxpayers. You know, you're always welcome to my office, and if we can help you in any way, we'd be more than happy to. I did not put in my report, and Janice humbled me and made me feel like I'm remiss in this too. The treasurer's office, my office, and of course the clerk's office and planning and zoning, we have gotten such a good relationship, and I think that's part of the accomplishment that I'm most proud of this year is that we are now a B over county, rising from the B under status that DFA changed us to, because we work together so well in, I don't know, I keep trying to get a little piece of the pie on that, because I don't know how much taxes I've actually collected for the treasurer's office, because we do so much investigative work. And with Ruben and the mapping, and I reiterate what Janice said, because we have such a great working relationship with all the departments. And of course, the county manager is always there for us and stands behind us in anything that all of our departments do. And so, you know, when we're working together on it, well, we also have to thank the county manager as well, because without her support, we wouldn't be able to do this. But it's been really great, and I think all of our departments, Linda's not in here this morning, but I think all of our departments, and Stephen, Janice would also say that with our working so much more closely together now, I feel like we've all together made a big difference and had a big improvement, and have really helped the county and the residents of the county too. So I'm really proud of that. So I have put a table of contents in, and I'll just kind of go over it, highlight it a little bit. Of course, I always like to include the critical date calendar, and I have added a couple of pages on that that explains them more, and even talks a little bit about the delinquent tax dates and all of that. This just shows you how, you know, we're continually busy all through the year. Right now is our slowest time. You know, come wood for at least a couple of months, so maybe we'll get some catch up. Page 4 through 8, 9, 10, 11, through page 11. That is a copy of the annual assessor's evaluation that Property Tax Division does to each assessor's office. They try January and February. Our report improved from last year. I also have it on CD, and it has all 33 counties reports as well. And so if you'd like that or want to borrow that, I guess we can burn it if you want your own copy of it. That's a little too technical for me, but we can do that. And so I think it kind of is self-explanatory on it. The page 11 does show that they put together is that with all of our parcels, and so they're saying that each staff member is responsible for, if you break it down that way, each one of us is, there's 3,247 parcels in the county that each one of us in my office are responsible for. That's how it breaks down on that. So there's always room for more head counts. Page 12, 13, and 14 are the 3 main pages in our certification that goes to DFA for them to figure the tax rates. This is the certification that goes in June. Again, I'm so proud and so pleased and so happy that I didn't have to involve Joy in getting this accomplished this year. It went very, very smoothly, and even pretty good rapport with Property Tax Division at this point. They were very helpful, and it went smoothly, and we didn't have any glitches. And so this tells us, it's also telling us about our protest amounts, so you know what we have. Like on page 12, it says total unprotested, and the total protested amounts in those columns between the state assessed accounts, which the majority of the state assessed accounts, these are, we're talking the railroad, the cell towers, the electric company, the gas company, all of that is handled through state assessed division. And so they usually do protest, and we had about the same number of protests this year, and and again, a reminder, Nick, the 8th and 9th of them we have settled. So some of these figures could change, and then what it tells me is on page 13 that these are our total values, our total current values of unprotested, protested amounts, and the actual total values for the year. In the second column, it says net new valuations. This is the numbers that we add new that have never been on our valuation, that have never been on the tax rolls. And these are the one. This is the column that DFA used to base their changing of us to the B over. So we've always improved on this from year to year. And I probably should have put last year's in here just so you could see it, because I did give you this last year, but I would have been nice, and I apologize that I didn't include that there. Page 15 is the actual warrant that goes to the treasurer's office. This is, and I just corrected it, this has been quite a learning process on what needs to be on these, and we finally got it down, I think, pretty good. So this is saying the 2011 taxes that went out for every single thing in the county, that bottom line, or the total bottom line down there, is the total amount of taxes that were billed for 2011. That's the actual tax money that they should collect. That is what Janice told you, that they have the 89% for 2011. That's based on this number, that they collected 89% of this amount. Okay. The last few pages, and I did make a new insert because I forgot one important part of our accomplishments and our goals. And so again, the biggest accomplishment was the change in our status as a county to a B over. Some of the things that we have done this year, I put them all in there as accomplishments. We're hoping that because of the net new that we do, that should help level out, where theoretically, because we've added more value, that doesn't mean the taxes are going to go up. That should mean that they should possibly stay stable, or could even lower a little bit because we've added more. So that equalizes, and instead of just this group paying, there's more now on the tax basis, and so that amount of money is spread out to more people. So so it's more equal, and people are paying possibly less. And of course, we won't know, because I don't know what all the municipalities and any bonds and any school things. So in September, when we get our tax rates, then we will know, where we're going to be on that. And just as a reminder, and I will remind you again in August, we may have to call a special session, because I don't know when I get the tax rates, and I only have 3 days to get all of them approved through all the cities and schools and soil conservation districts, and then you have to approve them, and we have to do it in a meeting. So sometime after the 1st of September, whenever we get the tax rates from DFA, we'll have to set possibly a special meeting. I think last year it ended up being on our regular meeting date, which we were lucky on, but I know year before we had to have a special meeting, so just keep that in mind as well. Mary Ann and I, my deputy, is doing quality control on all the deeds that go through the office. Just are updating everybody, taking responsibility to watch all the accounts and make sure everything is correct. We see a big difference in that we're doing things more correctly. We have our assessments are more correct. Nick is doing a real good job of quality control with the appraisers. And so in an ideal world, we would have another appraiser and we would have another data entry / quality control person if we could ever have that happen to us. And then we would be in pretty darn good shape because we're all really working hard and there's still things that it whoops and catch and go on, and it's always a work in progress, but we're very happy about it. That after page 16 is a map, and it's hard to see it when you do the whole county in one scope, but the different colors, because what we're doing is tracking, because we do have to do a reappraisal plan, and we're reappraising the whole county to make sure we have everybody on and everything is correct. And so the colors indicate, and if you could look at a little area, you would see there's a lot more properties that were reappraised. But that kind of gives you an idea of, and with the mapping and the advances we've made with our mapping and Ruben and his education, and we're getting to be a lot more technologically adept. They are, I maybe not, but everybody else in my staff is. And so it's easier to keep track because you can look at the map and we can say, hey, we've already reappraised this whole area. We're doing it because we do need to get everything done, and we still have our 5-year plan in motion. Goals, again, are the same, really just keeping on, making sure that we're being as correct as we can and working on that every day. One of the goals this year is we need to revisit all of our non-governmental exempt accounts to make sure they're still eligible for the exemptions. Some of those have been exempt for a long, long time, and that may not be correct now. So that's a main goal, to get that taken care of. We're still working and want to have a correct and complete mapping system that can be put on our website for public use. That would be a big help to everyone. And that one's still in the future. We still have ways to go with that one. And it's more getting all the systems to work together, and then the cost of getting all the systems to work together. So we're kind of having to go back and do some baby steps. But we've been using Property Tax Division, and Larry Brotman is the GIS coordinator with them, and he has said, hey, we can get you this information and it doesn't cost anything. So we're doing some big improvements there, and he's been great to work with. We're still also working on our CAMA system. We're learning more about our CAMA system every day, and Ray Cullen is doing marvelous work on that. And so we're getting more, again, technologically adept there, where it's easier to find things, it's easier to pull reports, and our appraising is more accurate as well. And last but not least, in what I've been doing, and I expect it's a 60-day session through our affiliate, through the Association of Counties, put in 4 resolutions that the Association of Counties agreed to. The treasurers have 1 or 2 resolutions. So it's going to be a pretty busy legislative session, and that's one of the things that I get involved in trying to do as good as we can. And I'm going to miss Rhonda, but going to get some new people, and we'll work with them too. And I'll still use Rhonda as a resource even at this point, because she's been great. The last thing that I put in there, and I apologize, I meant to and I missed it, so I just put it in this morning, is the education part. By the end of July, Greg Richard will be a certified IAAO appraiser. And this is a great accomplishment, and it's not a mandate that all appraisers have to be certified, but it sure does. IAAO looks at us better, gives us more credibility with taxation and revenue and with our customers. So we are definitely looking forward to that. Also, by the end of July of next year, Bill Holt should be a certified appraiser, and Ray Cullen should be just 1 class away from being a certified appraiser. And that also, then they do continuing ed, and Nick does that. He goes and gets continuing ed because he is my only certified appraiser at this point, and he does continuing ed. And hopefully he doesn't have to take repeat classes, but that's always good too. but new information. Victoria is going to a ILA class on personal property, which is great. And Ruben has been to a mapping class that they have, and whenever there's any more of those classes that would be an asset to the individual person in their job responsibilities, as well as it's just great for the county, for my office, for the county, and for all of our residents, that we are more, complete employees of my office that know their job very, very well. So, does anybody have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Thank you for a very thorough report.
Thank you.